So the director posts the cast list, and I remember being in math class, one of the known kind of drama people turns around to our friend Andy, right, and says, "Congratulations, Andy, you're Marius," right, and they posted the list, and I was cast as Marius. I am like, oh, that's a lot. Director at the time, it was always like the buzz about what show they're gonna pick based on who we have and what we can do, and so when they announced Les Mis, Valjean we knew was going to be Valjean. It was basically a shoe-in. Valjean did football and he did the shows.
So you're basically describing the plot of High School Musical.
I gotta get my head in the game.
Yes, I believe so. I think I'm not sure if I think. Well, I don't know, because I don't know what it was like on the football team. Like, my brother did football, but I don't know if there was anyone else telling him, like, you know, what you should and should not do. But I do want to say that, like, Valjean at school was not a Zac Efron, or like maybe was a Zac Efron. He was nice. Dude was nice. Dude was affable. Dude was chill. He was very comfortable and in both worlds or whatever. But the range, or like his range, was like the only person who maybe could even sing Valjean at the time. And so, I don't know, long story short, I ended up trying out, and they did a bunch of, and it was like, I don't remember trying out for Valjean, but I remember that it went well, and I got called back, and I don't know, I wasn't used to, let's say, the lead up to the posting of the cast list. I had never experienced that really before. Like, all of my friends at the time, right? Like, but like, it was kind of like band. I wasn't in band. I knew everybody in band, and it was a great place to hang out and hide in the band room. So the director posted the cast list, and I was cast as Marius. I was so scared. I don't know if you're swearing here on this program, Tim, but I'm scared. He's on, Marius is on. I had not done whatever. I'm like, my mouth is always writing checks my can't cash, and I was like, damn, like, my friends really got me to audition, and now I'm a lead, and he is on stage. I think, like, his introduction, his little meet cute with Eponine, where like or with Cosette, where I drop her books, is like scene 6, and then that's it. He's on forever, asleep, you know, maybe a foreshadowing or not, but like asleep or knocked out or unconscious or half dead for some of it. And then also it felt like, even though I knew these people, this was their turf, this was y'all's turf, and I was coming into those rehearsals with all my friends, and then singing, and like, I love singing, and I've been in chorus forever, but like mostly to goof around and be with my friends. Rehearsals were scary, and also because it was high school, Elizabeth, we went to high school with, and she was cast as Cosette at the time, and her boyfriend at the time was a very known factor. The two of them were one of those high school couples where like they go hand in hand everywhere. They have to say goodbye before classes or whatever. Everyone's kind of in their business, whether we like it or not. And Marius and Cosette have a kiss, and we had to rehearse the kiss. And I do remember the day in rehearsal where like the director jumped on stage. She said, "All right, we're doing this. We're practicing the kiss." And I remember him saying like, "All right, you're going to hear your cue," and then bam, hit it. And at the time, I also, Tim, I don't know if you were there, but like, I think he said, you know, maybe out of pocket, let's say. I'm pretty sure he referenced Elizabeth's boyfriend at the time. Like, I don't care what boyfriend thinks, we're doing it. You know, the director could get, he's not toxic, but maybe a little messy. The stage was legitimately awesome and fun. The fact that they took the curtain down was really cool, and we had those like cobblestone wings with the fake windows. But I'm pretty sure, I just always imagine you coming out of, they did that extension of the wing on the side where there's like a trap door for the sewers, and I just kind of think of you down there with your wife.
I still am.
Most of the show, like popping up, and then I think you say, "Valjean!" and scurry away or whatever, right? One of the hidden difficulties of this role is that Valjean has to sing God on High, which is famously and ironically titled because it involves, I'm pretty sure it's always falsetto. Maybe there are crazy professional people out there who can sing it head voice, throat, like, but like God on High is notoriously high, and it's not just high, it has like leaps almost or whatever. Marius survives but dies and is kind of a limp noodle from like the barrier fight. Everyone is dying around us, and everybody is fake stuffing muskets on stage. And he has to lift me like fireman carry and throw me on his back. And it's a good thing he played football, because I think I don't know if Zac Efron could have done that. And the director decided to have me lay at his feet, facing the audience, passed out. I'm a giggle. I'm a giggler anyway. And once something is funny, I'm not as experienced. I can't lock it down. I break. All right. I don't know if I was the person to most break, but I felt like, I don't know. I felt like, everybody's watching, or something. Even though
in any situation where you're not supposed to laugh, it's like 10 times harder not to.
Yes, and practicing it is the anticipation of the moment, and then it's coming, and then also it's like Valjean's big. I mean, he's got a lot of songs, but this is like, I mean, it's Les Mis is got iconic songs, but this is like the expertise song too. This is like wow, this is a high school production. We were so proud of ourselves. I think later he sang it in Denny's. I'm like biting through my tongue, trying to relax my face. And so I'm laying there, and we're like basically on top of your little sewer trap door in the extended stage. So it ends on bring him home, and he like hits the falsetto, like, oh my God, could he even do that? And I'm sitting there and I'm biting down because I know the note is coming, and he's killing it. He hits the high note and he goes, like, bring him, like, I'm not gonna do it. But he does it, right? And I hear, like, very Corning, very upstate New York, oh my God. Like an older woman, that gravelly, maybe she gave up smoking, kind of like, but just that grandma, oh my God. Like, just like 80% of the audience flood their basement. Like, he killed it. And that is when I'm literally, like, I could not, like, I smiled. I think I smiled. I like to, you memory hole it a little bit. But then, because then he has to pick me up. And I'm like, the feeling of, like, trying not to laugh, tight abs. And then, like, he picks you up and, like, all the air comes out of me as I am on his back flopping around because his shoulder is digging into me. I don't know. It's just so funny, because that song, he then performed at like Rotary. He performed at or as a lead up to it, he performed for our middle school chorus. Like, she has like a ladies club, like the Pink Ladies, or they have like not the Pink Ladies, but like, and then when he performs it in Denny's or whatever, he's completely out of voice, and we're all in ugly stage makeup, like bleeding down
the
our
entire staff is like applauding you.
I mean, it was a great experience. I have no idea how good we are or were, but it felt great. I could never get Eponine's death right or anything like that. To this day, sometimes I'll be singing it in the shower and try to count 24 counts. Oh, but I mean, like, Elizabeth and I did get married. That's pretty funny. and the director considers it like a love made on stage, even though we didn't get together for like another 5 years, like even date, or another 4 years or something. But one day, we will show our son Les Mis. And it's a lore drop, I think, as the kids say. Maybe it's a story for another time, but Andy got to be the lead in A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum next year.